Wildfire burned land, and so did that backburn that the wildfire would have burned anyway. They were brought up on 19 felony federal counts, including malicious intent to destroy United States property, conspiracy to destroy United States property, domestic terrorism act for arson, and a number of other things. By the end of the first trial, there were approximately 3 charges left for each, Stephen and Dwight. I believe there was 4 for one. Dwight, who is the father, 70 years old at the time, was sentenced to 3 months in prison, a probationary period, along with $200,000 in restitution. For what? They never put out any resources. Stephen Hammond was sentenced to 1 year in prison, a period of probation, along with another $200,000 in restitution. That restitution was paid in full this last Thursday. They were told it had to be paid, and this community came together, as my understanding, and helped them out.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo! That's the American way.
Amen. The case went up to the Department of Justice for review. The U.S. District Attorney in this case did, under his own free will as a U.S. District Attorney judge, sentence them outside the guidelines. He broke a law, not the Hammonds. It went up to the Department of Justice. That judge has, in fact, retired since then. The Department of Justice said, no, it's a 5-year mandatory minimum sentence on the terrorism charges. Okay? They sent it back down and told the prosecutor to go back after them. Go make them do the 5 years. That is, in fact, double jeopardy. They had already served their time, come home, been home for over a year, were paying towards the restitution.
Luke.
Okay? They came back into court. The new judge did, in fact, agree with the Department of Justice and sentenced them to the 5-year sentences. I'm not going to get into all the details. There are a slew of constitutional rights run over in those documents. And if you'd like to read them, they're very easy to access on your own. Yes.
Is there an appeal right now?
Not that I'm aware of.
Why?
They missed the appeal date. The fact of the matter is Dwight Hammond is 73 years old. Myself, along with BJ, Ryan Payne was there. Several other members in this crowd were there. And Dwight flat out said this is a life sentence for him. He knows when he leaves on Monday and he goes into the custody of the United States federal government, it will be the last time that he sees his family.
Then don't go.
Freedom.